अस्सलाम वालेकुम मुअज़्ज़िन सामीन और नाज़रीन, आप सबको बहुत बहुत खुशामदीद द ट्रेनर्स पॉडकास्ट पे. I changed the podcast name as per Sir Rehan's instruction. He suggested me that I have to change my podcast name. So from today onward, this podcast name will be the Trainers Podcast, and I have done and I followed his instruction happily. So let me introduce myself. Mariam Zulfikar, training वाली वाइस प्रिंसिपल है रिहान स्कूल ऑनलाइन एकेडमी. और आप सबका बहुत शुक्रिया जो कि मुझे लाइव देख रहे हैं फेसबुक पे, लिंक्डइन पे, यूट्यूब पे और मेरे ट्विच अकाउंट पे. हमने बातचीत का एक सिलसिला शुरू किया है ताकि हम सब, मैं और आप जो मुझे लाइव देख रहे हैं, हम सुन सकें मुख्तलिफ बहुत ही अच्छे इंसानों को जो कि अपनी ज़िंदगी में बहुत सारे काम कर चुके हैं और हमारे साथ वो अपनी ज़िंदगी का एक सफ़र जो है उसको शेयर करेंगे और हमें बताएंगे कि अब तक कितनी मुश्किलात के बावजूद उन्होंने बहुत अच्छी तरीके से खुद पे काम किया और अपनी ज़िंदगी को बहुत अच्छा खूबसूरत बनाने के साथ साथ दूसरों की ज़िंदगी में किस तरह से बहुत मुस्बत असरात मुरतब किए. आज इसी सिलसिले की कड़ी में मेरे साथ स्टूडियो में मौजूद हैं बहुत ही काबिल मोहतरम हैं ज़फ़र अवान हाउसिंगवाला. और इनका काम ये है कि इन्होंने बेड़ा उठाया कि पाकिस्तान में कोई भी इंसान बेघर नहीं रहेगा. हर इंसान का इंशाल्लाह अपना अपना एक घर होगा जो कि हम सबकी एक बुनियादी ज़रूरत भी है. ज़फ़र अवान साहब ने अभी हाल ही में हमें ज्वाइन किया है रेहान AI टीचर्स इंस्टीट्यूट में. और इसके अलावा ये क्या करते हैं, ये क्या मसरूफियत है, आइए इनसे बात करते हैं और इन्हीं से जानते हैं. अस्सलाम वालेकुम ज़फ़र साहब, कैसे हैं आप?
Assalamu alaikum. Alhamdulillah, I'm good and thank you. And I really thank you for inviting me to the podcast. Thanks for the kind words.
आपका बहुत शुक्रिया मेरी इस छोटी सी ख्वाहिश को कबूल करने का. ज़फ़र साहब, मैंने बहुत लिमिटेड सा तारुफ करवाया आपका, बहुत चंद अल्फाज से मेरे पास इस तारुफ के लिए आपके बारे में. बहुत बेहतरीन होगा आप खुद ऑडियंस के लिए और मेरे लिए अपना तारुफ खुद करवाएं.
Well, I'm Zafar Awan, Housingwala, and I come from Kohtlajam, a small town in southern Punjab, Pakistan. But my vision is global. I am a father, a professional manager, and a believer in big, bold ideas that create real change. Currently, as I serve as a branch manager at HBFC, where I help people achieve their dreams of home ownership. But my vision extends beyond this. I am driven by massive transformative purpose, a world without homelessness. Housing is not just about shelter, it's about dignity, stability, opportunity. Inspired by Peter Diamandis' exponential mindset, I envision scalable, low-cost housing solutions that can provide home for millions. My dream is to build an NGO that leverages technology, e-commerce, and financial independence. I believe in leveraging networks, digital marketing, and technology to create scalable businesses empowering people. A future of abundance is possible when we think big and take action. And if you share passion for impact driven work, let's connect. Together, we can build something big, extraordinary, something that truly makes a difference. And I say, Jazakallah for connecting me. Anything else you want to ask me, I can talk about myself more.
Thank you so much, Zafar Awan sahab, for sharing your wonderful introduction for me and the audience as well. So, from where you got the idea to work on housing, why it's really important to you, and you started working on it?
Yeah, sure. Since it's been 20 years now, I've been in housing and I deal people like right from the front, and if 100 people coming to me asking for home ownership, for financial help, that's my business. I mean that's my job. But out of 100, probably 99.99% get refusal to access financial help from the government that I extend. and that makes me so burdening. I've been in guilt rather for many years, thinking, Lord, what to do and how to help these champs like Sir Amjad Saqib. Dr. Amjad Saqib is doing great job. He's working on housing too, and he's providing financial help to lower income group people. And I've been following UN Habitat is there. There are other millions of NGOs there, but we don't see them on ground in even world. I mean, you will be astonished to know that UN Habitat is working in America, in big countries like KSA and other countries too. But I mean, I don't find anything. So therefore, we need our resources connecting to help achieve our goal in world without housing. And this is how I just the refusal. In fact, the answer to your question is refusal that I have been extending every day to the lot many people. Even I saw tears in people's eyes when I refuse, or people like me refuse them housing finance. That sorry, since you can't, since you do not meet the admissibility criteria, and we see their ratios, their credit history, or credit score, and when we refuse them, the people I saw tears in the eyes. That made me work on this. And you see, housing, it's dignity. It's a beginning of life. It's where you cherish life. When you, even as a man and woman, when you think of love, it begins from home. Then you dream about a home. If you exclude home, you won't find happiness. You won't peace is home. Even when you talk of Jannah, it's about home. It's a castle
Exactly.
in Jannah. So that's in the both of the world, here and hereafter. Home is just base to every happiness, to everything that that can grow, that begins from home. Even charity begins at home. So home is one of the most important right and basic necessity we should get to. That make me work on it globally.
That's really important, and I do agree with you. But you know what, the we have in Pakistan, that it's really hard to build your own house in these circumstances right now we are facing in Pakistan. So this is really kind of a difficult situation for every Pakistani who wants and have a dream of his own or her own house. That's really important. But how you are seeing the forcing things like there's lots of the budget thing involving financial aid is really involving in it, but in the kind of we are working on it. So how you will execute this idea and how you will provide the house for the different people of the society, or what are the criteria you just diagnosed or working on it.
Well, as you are part of Rehan schools and Sir Rehan Allahwala, this similar concept. This is concept of abundance. Your question carries a lot of fear and worries just because we are framed and designed to think like that, because we think on negativities, because our amygdala in our head that attracts worries, and it works on everything which is negative, which is scarce, and which is just to end, and in terms of financials, in terms of time, in terms of your health, and in terms of your material belongings. That makes we think the way your question carries a lot of fear in this. But come to another thing, like the concept of abundance is a cell phone in your pocket. Even 20 years or 2 decades earlier, it was impossible to carry all those features which were physically existing in your pocket. Can you think? And you can't think of just containing in your home, even a big warehouse. Look at the music systems, look at the televisions, the huge big televisions, look at the telephones, the big ones, and look at the computer. Earlier computers were housed in godowns, like more than 4 or 5 godowns, and they were too in if you talk of in terms of speed and memory, and they were too. I mean, there's no comparison of today's cell phone that you're having in your pocket. So this is possible that we can get everybody home. Look at Europe and especially Norway and Sweden and some other countries. If there are 10 homeless people, there are 50 homes. Just because the government thinks that way, people connect and people work for them. And look, if we look at your own platform right now, everybody is contributing to this cause, and especially those who in the developed countries, like Kimberly. She is such a top-notch business professional. She is a big brain mind, and she is very expensive. She is very expensive, but she is getting time to Rehan Allahwala's school for free, and she wants to contribute more. Like I am also working with her on Peter Diamandis mindset, and we on the boot camp that I am taking. She's also contributing. Look at the people. The NASA's retired engineers are with you. Who's not? And this is what is getting the all ingredients of the recipe into one place, to one platform. Once people believe in you, and they trust you, like people trust Rehan Allahwala now. And because he's visionary, his mind is abundance mind. That's why your school is open source. Like we are going live, and your every activity is live. So this can be copied, and this is what he wants, that people copy this. Because when people copy this is abundance. Like people don't have to pay, even they can only follow you online, and they can get the whole of it out of it. This is amazing idea. Look, just think of a picture, like you're just think of an abundance mind, and all engineers, they are with registered in your NGO, and all architects are there, and all builders are there, and all land providers are there. The governments and the connection, the whole world are connected to one cause. Like people, the governments are connected to one cause of the non-proliferation of the nukes. All are one. Non-bombing, all are one. Health, all are one. Look at, just picture yourself. This is only like your Wala concept. Once Housingwala gets to that small kid, her name is too difficult. She was youngest Nobel Peace Prize holder. She was nominated. Look at her. This is what we got to do. I mean, come on. Right now, what we are doing. What I want to establish is, once people trust your efforts and your intentions, everything is possible. Housing is too small. You can do big things. You can connect world together. Look at the world. They were fighting and killing each other. They were grabbing each other land. What they are doing? They are developing Chat GPT next version. They are developing the Grok 3 is already there, and DeepSeek is already there. Now they are the endeavors are beyond Earth even. Elon Musk, he plans to what do you call, he's planning housing on Mars. I mean, we why can't we plan housing in our country and in the globe, literally? So that's possible. That's how it is possible, just because of the mindset. If we think of the negativities, scarcities, like when you lock failure, and when you focus failure, you are bound to fail. But when you focus success, and this gets you a lot of energies, and if it gets this can get energies to me, I'm nobody on face of earth. Who knows me? Out of 8 billion people, I mean, is there any percentage knowing me? No. Just because I'm nobody. But look at Elon Musk, who does not know him? Just because of abundant mindset. Likewise, say, who does not know Rehan Allahwala in Pakistan and in other countries too? Maybe not 8 billion people, but probably considerable percentage of one third of the world must be knowing him just because he's everywhere. And he's that's why he's welcome, and just because of his mindset. That we need to just copy people. We need not to create, we need not to reinvent wheel is already there. We just need to copy and just utilize this. So that's how I think this is possible. This is my belief.
Yeah,
And
I
the
totally agree. Yes, this can be possible, but you know what, sir? There's lots of things we need to plan and we need to figure it out. And yes, at some time, after like 10 years or 5 years, we'll get this idea and we will work on it. That's really amazing. But you know what? It's the project there, lots of the energy is required, lots of the things are required. So we are actually wanting the infrastructure of your idea. What is actually you are putting the efforts in it, and what are the basic idea, like you are just renting the house, you are giving the ownership to the that person who is just purchasing your house, or resident of your house. Lots of the things you can go for it. So right now, till this time, what are you planning to go for this idea?
Well, idea is profound. I mean, it's not only owning house. It can also be part of it. Can be renting too. It got to be mix and match. Like
So,
uh, look at the world. I mean, what we gonna do? What I'll do? I'll not reinvent the wheel again. I'll say the world has already solved this problem. This is not a problem that it's not that cancer that can't be cured, or it is not. It has not gone to even that stage which is incurable. No, it is curable. The nations had already done it. What I'm doing is I'm just copying and I'm learning. I'm getting the knowledge base from the people who have already done it. It's nothing.
okay.
I mean, I don't have to take any credit, because I can't take, because already world has already solved this problem. If I was the first one, then I could have been, oh yeah, I'm going to be big man. This is my idea. This might be no. Look at China, biggest, huge population. It's like probably what's one more than 1/7 of the whole of the world, and they are all, they have already solved this problem. And there's a book, one are China, and there are 3 trillionaires in the story, and one is housing person, and he started very small. He didn't have any, he had an impediment. If you are an entrepreneur, you have the future in housing. If you are engineer, you have housing. If you anybody, everybody needs it. It's anybody and everybody's need. It's, I mean, so, and systems are already there. Governments, there can be public private partnership. There can be global partnership. This can be businesses too. Yeah, real estate and housing, it never fails. World over, it performs through, even in the worst of the conditions. It performs because the prices. There's only one thing, is that's housing business, that fights against the inflation. Once you build
Yeah,
your house,
definitely.
you need
That's
not
really
to worry
important.
about inflation.
Exactly. That's actually the important thing. We need to work on this poverty and inflation rate, and the unemployment rate is gradually increasing in Pakistan. So lots of the Pakistani are moving towards the foreign countries, and lots of the brain drain we are facing in Pakistan. So, Zafar, you just discussed about the Peter Diamandis abundance rule. What is actually the Peter Diamandis abundance rule according to him?
Well, Peter H. Diamandis, we need to talk about the Peter H. This is Dr. Peter H. Diamandis. He is a doctor, medical doctor, and he's physician, and he is serial entrepreneur. He runs around 20 companies, running businesses, and he is investor and he is innovator and he is visionary person, and he is thinking probably 100 years ahead of what people are doing right now, and he's been predicting future. Now whatever we are like just living things, and we just say things which are reality now. He's been telling these things like that earlier, a decade earlier. The system you are in, the Rehan school, it's his idea, and
Yeah.
he just unfolded this at earlier, a decade earlier. I just for I just my research on him is too shallow. I need to dig more deep down, and I've been following him. It's quite shortly, but he was talking of this schooling system around 8 years, 9 years earlier, uh, and he's visionary. And the question about his inspiration to me, and how this I'll be doing my visions materialize, is abundance. The first concept of abundance, like if you like, this is the first of the lessons, is abundance. Abundance is opposite of scarcity. Like all people through every government is shaky, every organization is shaky, and every individual is shaky just because they think it's going to finish soon. This will be this is coming to end, and that's why they feel scared. They do wrong things, they cheat on each other, or that's the whereas it is not that way. There is a amygdala in your head, a part of brain that attracts fears, worries, negativities, and like all bad news and everything. It's always focused on that. And look what is happening in around the world. Let's talk about a decade, not beyond that. Look at just think of a decade. Within these 10 years, you can see compute internet, you see computers, you see AI, and how fastly the things reach to the people. Like the owner of Google, and a young, very young boy who can handle just a tab of computer or something in Ethiopia, in Africa, anywhere, they have equal access to information, which was
Exactly.
impossible earlier. The information, we were also told you got to get education, even if you got to go to China. Okay, that meant with even people died. While they were, even Islam says if somebody who dies in search of knowledge is shaheed, he's martyr, he's shaheed. So it is of that importance now. It's just like we are talking, like you are sitting in your home, I'm here in my place, and we are talking. Was it possible earlier? And it's what is it costing? Nothing, almost virtually nothing. And look at this. You are talking to me from a very small town in Punjab. Okay, and I also come from a very small town in Punjab. And whose vision is this? We are together. The person from Karachi, heart of civilization. The city which is maybe a decade ahead of whole of Pakistan. But you're running
Exactly.
the show. You're running the show. That's how abundance comes out, and you are truly running his show. He's not here, but if he was here, he would have been doing same. This is what I believe. So that's how I think this is abundance. Okay, now if I just unfold the concept of abundance, is look at the media. Media know amygdala's need, because amygdalas get your eye
Exactly.
glued to the screen. What gets you glued to the screen is negative news. And just, I bet you just read today's articles, today's newspaper, these got to be 99% negative. If these are not negative, who gonna see, who's gonna watch these on screens? And if you're not watching, if you're not glued to the screen, then how would these channels would earn money? Be it any, I mean, it's not about to any specific channel, but this is business model. They are bound to give you negative news, whereas they do know every invention. You know what? You know, earlier, even 2 decades earlier, it was like a huge big news that this invention was great news. People used to just cherish, and it was party inventing something. But this is a norm now. Now kids, small kids, you know, your student, like making Sindhi calculator. This is not.
Exactly.
This is not. I mean, nobody says, "Oh, what has happened?" No, this is a normal thing now. This is abundance. This is abundance. Just because she's got connected to Rehan Allahwala's get her connected to Kimberly, to all people all around, and she might have thought, "Oh, the world, this is easy. We can do this." That's abundance. Negativity. Peter at Tremendous Mindset Bootcamp is all about this. Do not, just don't watch negative. Like getting, like I have been unfriending whole night and earlier night. I've been unfriending all people, all my earlier friends, just because Sir Rehan said unfriend them, because they are no good to you, because they are not adding any good in your life, not adding any good to your mission. You're only, those are the only your friend who can help you achieve your goals. Those are the friends
Exactly.
who get
So
you this.
when we simplify the abundance, it means you need to actually add some kind of the values in other person's life, and it kind of create a snowball effect that will be kind of abundant for everybody. And yes, that's actually the true, and this is the mindset of this whole system which we are connected right now, and we are the part of it. So my next question is related about why did you started join this Rehan AI Teachers Institute? As you're already following lots of things about different mindset, and that is quite similar to this system.
Well, again, this goes to Peter Diamandis mindset boot camp. You need to surround a like-minded people. I mean,
Yeah,
if you
that's really
if you
important.
if you want to sell bananas, you got to sit in bananas market. If you want to sell spaceships, you got to be surrounded with Elon Musk's parties. You got to be surrounded with Imad Ishaq. You got to be surrounded with Salim. You got to be surrounded with the people who are making headlines, who are prompt engineers, father, who are making. So that he is of the mindset. I mean, this word. In fact, this is him, not me, who got me into this. He asked me to join this boot camp, and I feel so blessed and honored, honestly. And I think he is my savior. I was about to lose hope. I was not finding any purpose anymore. Just because if I'm the person to provide home to homeless people, and I'm not doing that, that's mean that I am a tube light or a bulb who's got fuse. I mean, who's not working anymore. So throw it in the dustbin. I was about to jump into the dustbin, in fact. But he thought, no, 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 no. There's another connection. There's another wire. Just solder it and hang it in this. It's gonna glow. It has got a lot of energy to me. This is him who made me connect this system, and I am, in fact, I feel the happiest person joining this, because I'm seeing people like yourself. Look, I mean, you're up. This is 2:19 a.m. and you're energized, and you've been working whole day. I see you working on. You are almost all in all meetings. You're very integral part of the system, and the energy, where this is abundance. Just because you think positive, it gets you energy. You do this, things are done through energy. You move things with force. Force comes from energy. So this is what gets you abundance. Abundance is helping, giving. It's like you. I say it's my Probably somebody else would have said this also. When you spread knowledge, distribute knowledge, skills, you skill, you know, God gives you a lot of risk, a lot of your everything that you have to have in context of risk come from Razak. So more
Right.
ilm you are spreading, more risk you are getting. Just forget about that. I mean, people think if you give something, no, it's not. In fact, happiness is giving. It's not taking. You look at your own belongings you have. Probably it gets you happiness for a certain time. It's life is to happiness. Life is very short when it comes to getting things. But when you give something, it is a happiness forever. You just think last time you helped somebody, it's been like 10 years, 20 years, maybe more, and it refreshes you. And how about the shoes you bought like 10 years earlier? It does not get you any happiness. And you remember of that cycling, it got you happiness at that point of time, but not now. But when you have helped somebody, you have get somebody, and you probably you fulfill somebody's need, maybe 10 years, 20 years, more earlier, it gets you equal strength, happiness. That's happiness. So abundance is giving. It's happiness. Like abundance is DeepSeek being open source. Abundance is Tesla being open source. And there are a lot of other people in it is new norm now. The companies made for money. The companies made in the context of earning money, and they are just getting their source open to everybody, to every individual, and then still they are billionaires, and they are even trillionaires, and even they are expanding exponentially. And exponential is the next of abundance. And
Okay.
I'll wait
Uh,
for your next question if you ask on this.
yes, sir. Lastly, I just want to ask you how we can connect abundance with our kind of financial aid. Like the person who are giving lots of the things, and eventually we are kind of the person who always looking forward the reward. And lots of the things, some people have reward in kind of in terms of the thing that I'm giving you, you need to return back to me. But some person's reward is something different. So when we connecting abundance with the reward, which kind of the thing we are getting from this, in your point of view?
Okay, cool. The probably when it comes to abundance mindset, the word reward, it is too small, because abundance paves the way to exponential returns, exponential rewards. Like it talks of billions and trillions, and there are examples. It's like this is how you got. Look at Sir Rehan Allahwala. Would he been thinking of reward? He probably uh, he may not have been alive. Look at the things he has been doing to even look. One example I just quote from his life is the call center industry in Pakistan. He is the
Exactly.
father of that, and I have never heard of any call center billionaire or maybe millionaire thanking him. No, maybe I'm not maybe, but surely my knowledge is limited. But I I did not heard of any person, or there is in my knowledge there's nobody who's been thanking Rehan Allahwala for bringing telecom industry to Pakistan. And there are a lot of others. There are a lot of the things that his initiative, like this one, if at all people in power, the power corridors, if at all the sense prevail there, they would have been sitting in Kurangi and Munawar campus, or maybe Khanewal, and maybe in Islamabad. They would have been there learning and asking him to please come over. And he's a person, and if at all I have anything anywhere, if I can voice, I would ask the whole education system to just hand it over to Rehan Allahwala. He will disrupt. Honestly, I'm telling you, I was amazed today. I mean, as we were talking in other session, I told you earlier. This is Elon Musk who says what? If you want to, if you the education right now is it's about screws and tools of operating things. It is not about the operation itself. He says if you want somebody to fix an engine, get him or her the engine, ask him or her to fix it. Then he'll see this is a nut and bolt, I need a wrench. If this is a screw, I need a screwdriver. Then he himself will kind of find for the screwdriver, for the some other tools. It's not that first you teach them tools. No, 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 no. Give them like he's doing himself. This is Elon Musk saying this and everybody's appreciating. But the same thing, Rehan Allahwala has been saying for maybe 10 years now or maybe earlier, but nobody is just listening. But I bet you, I never bet because I don't believe in that, but I bet still, just give me this 18 months from now, 1.5 year from now, and you gonna make headlines in the media. People gonna come to
Definitely.
Pakistan
Because
and learn from you. You're the trainer and you're right on time and space, on the right place and right time, doing wonders. Because this system this is new to the world even. Not even the luckiest nation on the face of earth. They are lacking this. They are
yeah,
the only
definitely.
man Allah Wala. He's the
The thing
pioneer to
is
this.
that we need to change our mindset, and that's really important. If we want to work with this system too, that's really important. We need to first clear our mindset and just go with the flow, and lots of the things will be changed. So thank you so very much for your kind words about this system and the whole thing that you shared with me, and thank you so much for your time. I hope lots of the things you enjoy, and I really enjoyed and lots of the information I get from you that was really new for me and the audience as well. So thank you so much, sir, for your wonderful time, and thank you so much, audience, who are watching us live on my different platforms like Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitch account. I'll be right back with an amazing another guest. Till then, stay tuned and keep doing amazing things. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz and play